Has anyone of you used any Chinese models before? Or you don't know what is a Chinese model?
We know about CapCut.
CapCut, huh? So
CapCut
CapCut is
is
a video.
Chinese or
Yes,
not Chinese?
it's Chinese, but then we're talking about like AI models. Yeah, Chinese
Oh,
AI models. Yes.
oh no.
Yeah,
Mm,
so that's the title for today. So there's a Chinese AI models. Yes. Have you used like DeepSeek or Toubao?
some cannot use, right? Some
Uh,
cannot just log in and use.
I think can. Yeah.
Can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Right. So for example, like so Toubao is actually from ByteDance. So ByteDance is the makers of Douyin, TikTok, and also your CapCut as well. Yeah. So Toubao also comes from them. Oh, okay. So I'm looking at the comments. Mitch says Qwen. Yes, Qwen is from Alibaba and Toubao. Oh, okay. Qwen. So Mitch, you use Qwen for what? Or Suling uses DeepSeek. Jenna says no. Amy says no. Okay, Derek says Kimi. Oh, okay. Nice. So Derek used Kimi for what? DeepSeek, Toubao, Qimeng. Yeah,
Mm,
Qimeng is the video. Uh,
Kimi, I use Kimi for research. That's like LM, but for Taobao and Gmail, I use for video making, video
ah,
creation.
okay. For AIGC purposes.
Yeah,
So
because
for
both of them are using SitDance 2.0, and
yeah.
their subscription is very cheap.
Yeah. Now there's a sit dance 2.5.
Yeah, no, 2.5 can record up to 30-second video on stretch without
Yeah,
the need for different scene.
that's nice. Yeah, have you tried? Mm, okay. Oh, Mitch says use Qwen like ChatGPT. Oh, okay, because they don't very restrict the number of images per day. I've never used Qwen like ChatGPT before. So that does today that means they generate images like ChatGPT. Ah, okay. So what is the image model called? What no limit? Is it good? Okay. Maybe I should try. Cool. All right. So thank you all, everyone for your responses. Yeah. So today, like what I mentioned, this is all about our Chinese models, and then so what is real and what is the noise behind them? What are the hype? What is the real hype behind them? Because if you have been following the AI scene, right? So you know that actually nowadays there's a lot of new, not really new, there are new developments in the AI um especially the Chinese models. Yes. And then particularly in terms of DeepSeek. Yes. So DeepSeek came out with a newer version. Yeah. For their Flash version. And then it's powerful, more powerful, but much more cheaper. So it's a battle to become the most cheapest one. Yeah. So like I mentioned, so all the Chinese labs, right? They are all competing head on head in terms of the benchmarks. So there's a lot of standard benchmarks out there, but then I won't be touching on the benchmarks because I'm not a software engineer myself. But then looking at the benchmarks, they have certain benchmarks, so certain tests they need to perform. So all these AI models, right? There'll be benchmarks against all these tests to see how well they complete each task or how long they complete each task and also the quality of the work. Yeah. So something like your ISO, something like that. So just to assess the benchmarks. Yeah. And then some of them, right, they release full open weight. So full open weight, right, meaning it's like open source. So you are able to download this on to your own server. You are able to host your own LLM, which is the AI model, and then you're able to customize. Yeah. So you do not need to go through any cloud model, any cloud server. It's only you're hosting your own. Yeah. And then for pricing wise, right, it's comparable to whatever Claude and OpenAI or other English models, other US models they are offering at anytime from 5 to 50x lower the cost. Yeah. So the next question is, which one should we use? And which one fits our own wallet? Okay, so this is what I did. I searched from earlier on, okay, about all the current Chinese AI models and the difference. So for example, DeepSeek, just I mentioned about DeepSeek, right? So DeepSeek, its latest version is V4 Flash 0731. Okay. V4 Pro is still the old one. They only refreshed this recently, as you can see over here. So been refreshed in 31st of July. Okay, so it's very, very new. So it's known for coding, it's known for reasoning, it's known for multi-agent. Okay, if you are running this for your coding or for your, let's say, your OpenClaw, your Hermes agent, so this is really very cheap. Okay, and API is available. I'm using this. I'm not selling anything. I'm not promoting. Yeah, I'm just using this. Just the API. Yeah. So for the API, right, that means you just need to put money inside, so pay as per use, and then they just deduct from your account. So for example, if you can put like $5 or $10, it's up to you, right? And then you choose the cheapest model. So V Flash is the cheapest model. Okay, V4 Pro is more expensive. It's just like your Opus and also your Sonnet. So think of V4 Flash as your Sonnet. Yeah, I don't think they are up to the Fable 5 standard yet. Okay, that's why I don't mention about Fable 5. Okay, so GLM. So GLM is from this company called Zhipu. So Z.ai is their domain. Okay, so they came out with GLM 5.2. Yeah, later I'll show you where to get all this. Okay, so yeah. So right now I'm just doing comparison. Yeah, and it's open weight. So MIT license, the standard, right? They're known for the 1 million contacts token, 1 million tokens contacts. Okay, that means they're able to work for very long without degrading the memory. Okay, so agentic and long horizon. Agentic, that means it's able to do agentic stuff. So when it comes to agentic stuff, that means it's able to call on tools, it's able to search for skills, it's able to use particular skills, plugins, and then it's able to run things on its own autonomously. Okay, so that's what I mean by agentic. All right. So for Qwen, the latest model 3.8, Qwen has super lots of model until I'm also very blur as well. Though for myself, I used Qwen before, but to me it's not as cheap as DeepSeek lah. Not as cheap as DeepSeek. Okay, although it's very powerful as well. Yeah. So MiMo is Xiaomi under Xiaomi. So Xiaomi, they all know, right? Even Xiaomi has their own AI model, and it's open source as well. Okay, so MiMo V2.5. Okay, so this is their lightweight one. Okay, V2.5. Okay, it's like your Sonnet. And V2.5 Pro, this is the expert model. Okay, so it's multimodal. Multimodal meaning it's able to generate text. It's able to understand images as well. Okay, it's able to understand audio. Yeah, in terms of generation, I'm not too sure. But for DeepSeek, right, it does not understand images, cannot see images. Okay, it's blind to images. Right. So Kimi. So Kimi is under Moonshot AI. So Kimi comes up with Kimi K3 in July. Right, so Kimi is not a open weight model, it's still a closed model. Right. So flagship this is the flagship model. And same, it has a 1 million token context. And Minimax. All right, so Minimax is also a very powerful competitor. So Minimax is also multimodal. That means it's able to understand images, understand audio without downloading additional things. Okay. Yeah, this is very important, especially if you want an all-in-one AI agent that is able to, you screenshot something, you push it out, and then it's able to read and understand, right? And is able to understand audio as well. That means you can leave voice notes and you'll understand your audio. Okay. So that's what I call by multimodal. And of course, long context is the basis right now. So every one of them, they have at least a 1 million token context. Okay. So to me, I have never find any problems talking to all these AI models. So for myself, right, what I've used, right, I've used DeepSeek. I have used GLM. Okay, I've used Qwen before. I've used Xiaomi, and then Kimi only a little bit, right? I've used Minimax. Yeah, so I used to have a Minimax coding plan. So last time they were selling this Minimax coding plan at I think $8 per month, yeah, or $5, super duper cheap. Yeah, and I couldn't even finish my all my usage. Yeah, so it says that it claimed that they have like 5 times more usage than Cloud, which is true lah. And then I had this Xiaomi. I used Xiaomi before as well, so Xiaomi also not too bad. And then I tried Alibaba. Alibaba to me is expensive. Yeah, I'm not too sure why. Because maybe the other time I had I was using API, yeah, pay as per use instead. Yeah, so it was more expensive. All right. GLM, I used it through from OpenRouter. So later I'll tell you guys how to get all this, how to use all these models if you want to test like as well. Okay, and DeepSeek, I'm currently using DeepSeek. I'm using this for my premise agent and also OpenCloud. So DeepSeek, right, like I mentioned, currently is the API family is the newer one, the lightweight one is V4 Flash 0731. Okay, and the V4 Pro is the higher capability one, the smarter cousin. For that one, we use it for you want extended thinking, you want it to be on the expert level to help you to develop more complicated things. Yeah, then you'll use that. But usually we can just stick with V4 Flash and it's just good for most of our tasks. So it supports thinking and non-thinking mode. So when you turn on the thinking mode, right, that means what it means that it will take you longer for them to process your prompts, for them to do their tasks as well, because now it has to process. So you go through their own thinking. Yeah. So this is best for coding, best for structured reasoning, agentic tasks. So the key tech over here is the mixture of experts. This one I wouldn't dive deep down into this because all these are too technical and yeah, not for us to know. So vFlash separately claims terminal bench 2.1. Okay, so 82.7 or out of 100 lah. So this is the scoring. Okay. So like I mentioned earlier on Xiaomi, so everyone thinks that Xiaomi only does phones, appliances, but also has a very good frontier grade model. Yeah. All right, so which is the V2.5, okay, and also V2.5 Pro. So 2.5 is the basic, and 2.5 Pro is the one they use for coding for expert level kind of processing. Yeah, so it's available on OpenRouter and available on Xiaomi website as well. Okay. So this is how they compare with each other. I have not updated with Opus 5 and also with Fable 5 as well, because I just want to look into the models for Chinese models and also how they compare against a lower model from the US. So as you can see from here, right, SWE Bench Pro, so this is what most of them use to benchmark. Okay. So DeepSeek 4. So DeepSeek, right? The V4 Flash separately claims on a terminal bench 2.1, right? It claims that it has 82.7 for the scoring. Okay. So DeepSeek. Yeah, so this is DeepSeek. And here is the pricing of all the Chinese models. Yeah. So if we look at the DeepSeek V4, right, the input is 14 cents, output is 28 cents. DeepSeek V4 Pro, actually, it's less than that. Less than that. Let me DeepSeek. Pricing. Okay, so this is the actually not wrong. Okay, so it's 14 cents. Output tokens, 28 cents. Correct. It's not wrong. Okay. V4 Pro, so that's 44 cents, 87 cents. Yeah, Qwen, $2, $6. So the pricing, right, is per million token. It's not per token. It's per million token. So how they count the tokens, right, is also by whatever that you do. Okay. So if you are doing coding, of course, it will take you a longer time. It'll take you more tokens. Yeah. And let's do a comparison for the US models. So US models, as you can see over here, right? GPT 5.6 Luna. So Luna, Terra, and Sol, these are the newer models. So imagine Luna is like your Haiku. If you have used Claude before, so you know Haiku is the most lightest weight model, and followed by Sonnet. So Sonnet is like equivalent to your Terra, right? So Sol is equivalent to your Opus. Okay, equivalent to your Opus. So you can see the price over here as compared. So it's dropped. The price, they drop it post-launch. So they're trying to be comparable to the Chinese models as well, as much as they can. So if you look at over here for Claude Sonnet, it's $2 as compared to see Terra, $2. But the output over here, Claude is still cheaper, right? So Opus 5, Gemini 3.1, yeah. Okay, so how do we get them? So first of all, for DeepSeek, right? You can chat with them either on DeepSeek. Okay, let's say you just want to use use it like ChatGPT. Then you just need to talk to DeepSeek. Just go to deepseek.com. And you just chat with yeah. Okay, so that's how you do it. And then if let's say you want to use their API models, then you go to API, which is the platform.deepseek.com. Right. So you see my usage. So it's in yen. So for the last month, okay, let's put it last 30 days. For the last 30 days, right, I have used 699 million. Is it considered 699 million tokens for only a cost of $45 yen? 45 yen, right? You divide by 5 lah, correct? Is it divide 5 right now? 50. Right? 币元, why it say yen? China, 币, yuan. $8.50, 53 cents. Yeah, 8.5. Thank you. So 8.5 eh. It's not even $10. I don't need to buy any coding plan. Yeah. If you want to buy a coding plan, then it's like I'm not too sure if even they have a coding plan. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see it over here. DeepSeek. No, they don't have a standalone coding plan. Yeah, you just pay as you earn, pay as you go. Yeah. So it's really very cheap. So you can see over here, I'm using more on the V Flash. I've never touched the V4 Pro. If I touch the V4 Pro, then you would have seen over here would have so how you use, right? How do you put money inside? It's just by simply going here, top up, and then you can top up. You can try top up using CNY or USD. So if you have 支付宝 or WeChat Pay, you can use it. Yeah. If you have been to China, right, and then you still have money inside, don't waste it. You can use it over here. It's the same, just scan. Yeah. So you can put $20 or $50. You can put 50 lah. I think 50 is good enough. Yeah. So over here they say we plan to raise the overall pricing because it's so dirt cheap already lah. So they also have a peak hour pricing. So that means if you are using during peak hours, it'll be more expensive. And then regarding the peak hours, you will need to check again on their website. Okay. So peak hours pricing. Okay. So for peak hours pricing is from 9 to 12 and also from 2 to 6. So essentially, right, you can take it that during the day time, because this Beijing time is the same. During the day, 9 to 6 is considered peak hour. So anything off peak is after that. Okay? Anything off peak is after that. Right. So when active, peak hour cost will double the standard off peak token rates. But peak or non-peak, right, is still very cheap. Yeah. So yes, Sulin said the price is quite good for DeepSeek. It is not quite good, it's very good for DeepSeek. You can put a 50 yuan inside and then it can last you for a month or two. Depends on your usage. Yeah, depends on usage. If you don't have 支付宝, don't have Alipay, don't have WeChat Pay, what you can do is you can top up USD for US friends. Yeah, just use USD, PayPal, debit card, credit card, Visa, Masters, Google Pay, right? And after you top up the money, right? So what should you do? So you should go here, API keys, and then you create your own API key. Okay, can name your API key. All right. And then after that, just copy your API key, paste it to somewhere else. If let's say you're building our own app, right? So when it comes to using all these Chinese models, right? What do you use it for? So you can use it if let's say you have an app, and then that app, right, is actually AI powered. So when an app, right, is AI powered, you need a large language model, LLM, which is your AI model, right? So how do we put in the LLM? So you need the API key. So with the API key, you can just put into your app lah. Yeah. Or if you are already using Hermes agent or using OpenCode, okay, and then you want to use this DeepSeek API, so you can put it into DeepSeek. Just copy the API key, and then just put it into your DeepSeek or your OpenCode configuration. So later I'll show you some of the other ways that you can use all these Chinese models. Okay. In terms of GLM, right? So GLM, which is the Z.ai. So you can also chat if you want to use it. You can also chat. So this is using GLM 5.2, which is the latest model, the flagship model, excels in coding and long horizon tasks. So you can also change deep think, high or max, or no deep think, up to you. And you see what it's able to do is able to build landing pages. Not too bad. If you're accessing the chat from here, right? The chat agent from here usually is free of charge. It's nice. So these are the examples that other people have done. And you can see the prompts over here. So you can copy the prompt and try to change it to yours. So you see the mouse. Nice. Even the mouse has effects. Okay, what can it do? It can also generate your knowledge, your teaching materials. Okay. And it can do 3D modeling as well. Wow, okay. So 3D modeling is what a lot of LLMs they are trying to do nowadays. Yeah. So the next in thing, right, is 3D modeling. Now, AI, they are able to generate images, which is a granted already. So generate images, generate videos. And then the next thing they are going to do is generate 3D models and also generate games. Yeah. Sulin, I don't use NAN. Yeah, but of course you can add it to your NAN, the AI model, your AI agent. ManyChat, I don't use ManyChat also. I used to use ManyChat, but now I don't have any automation on my Telegram, on my Instagram. Yeah. So this is what you see over here. So this is generated by GLM. I don't know what is it for. Uh, Maybe it's for planning of okay, co-working template. Oh, okay. ID. Yeah. So your ID, then you can use this space planner. It's nice. Okay. So another way that you can use this is to have to use your GLM coding plan. So this is GLM coding plan, right? And then if you're going on a monthly, right? So it's $18 per month and it gives you 10,000 credits, okay, up to 87 million GLM 5.2 tokens. Yeah. If you are going on a yearly plan, so it's $12.60. Also 10,000 credits. Okay. So the next is Qwen. So if you want to access Qwen, right? Qwen has a token plan. So this is Qwen, which is Alibaba Cloud. So Qwen is under Alibaba. So they have the light plan. Light plan is $10,000, 10,000 credits per month, right? So it's $6. It's very cheap. But I'm sure you will finish the credits very fast. Yeah. $18 per month. Okay. And these are the models that you can use. The models are, yeah, you can use Qwen, Wen, Happy Horse. I've never used Happy Horse. Not too sure what is it. Kimi. Okay, Kimi. Kimi. Kimi.com. So you can use Kimi by going to Kimi.com. Yeah, I'm sure Qwen also has a Qwen.com, right? Or Qwen.ai. Let's see. Qwen is not available in my region. Qwen.ai. Okay. Okay. So Qwen, you can also use Qwen. Can use the chat for Qwen, right? So if you want to assess the quality, right, of all these AI models, first of all, you can assess their quality by going to their chat, by their web chat, their chat agent, and then just do whatever that you want using all this and take it like ChatGPT, use it like ChatGPT like that. Okay, so this Kimi, so Kimi.com, right, we can go to Kimi.com over here. So this is the Kimi membership. Kimi is more expensive. Kimi is $19 per month. So it's able to do all this deep research, website deploy, research preview, dashboard. So multiple agents. So swarm, right? That means it's able to spin off multiple agents to do work at the same time, like multitasking. Yeah, simply to put multitasking. Okay, what else? We have Minimax as well. So Minimax used to be very cheap. So Minimax, the cheapest plan is $20 per month. Yeah, 1.7 billion tokens. 1.7 billion tokens. Just now, how much? How many tokens do I use? Half. Half of. Yeah. Okay, so it's $20 per month, right? And then if you were to get an annual plan, then you can save $40, right? Or you could use the API pricing for Minimax. That's how much it costs. 0.3, 1.2 for output, cache read, 0.06. Okay. So it's able to do multimodal, it's able to generate video, it's able to understand audio, image as well, video regeneration. That means your video to video editing. Is able to generate music as well. So Minimax is all in one. Yeah. If today you want to do a lot of creative stuff, you can consider Minimax. Yeah. Not too bad if you want to do all in one things like your video generation, audio generation, music. Okay. So how do you use them? So just now I showed you on the web chat. So DeepSeek, JLM, Qwen, Kimi, all of them, they have all these free web interfaces. So feel free to check them out. Another one is API. So just now I show you about the DeepSeek API and also some coding plans that you can do. And then another way that you can test everything, right, is by going to OpenRouter. Okay. So OpenRouter, right, is like an aggregator. It's like a platform, a marketplace for all the LLMs. So you just need to pay one. Okay, just pay OpenRouter and you're able to use all the models that you want, as and when you want. Okay. It's just one API. So that means you only use one API key. And then you can use this one API key, you can access all the models. So you see it has more than 400 active models. So this is the top models, top weekly models. So you can sort by top weekly. You can even sort by low to high. It even has free models. So for some companies, right, before they do a public launch, they want to find out how the response is, right? So they'll do like beta testing. So when they do beta testing, right? So usually over here, they'll put like a code name. They won't put their real company. They'll put like a code name kind of thing, and then they just make it free for a period of time. Let's see if there's any free. Uh, okay, but the inclusion AI. Okay, so sometimes they'll put some code name lah. They won't show you the whole company. They won't show you the company name. Right? They'll put it as something something then for free. So usually is for them to train on your model as well. Because for chat, sorry, because for all these AI models, right? You know, you need to pay somehow lah. Okay, if you don't pay for it, then they will pay it. You will be paying with your data. Yeah, so you'll be paying with your data. So how do you know whether you'll be paying for your data? Then you need to check the, let's say for example, we can check this. Yeah. So sometimes you need to see the FAQ, or you need to check on their website to see if they are using your data to train their models. Because most of the time they do. Yeah. So it's advisable not to put any kind of secret keys or any of your financials, your passwords inside when you're chatting with the AI models. Yeah. So one login, one API, you can have access to all of these models. And then you have your free models as well as your paid models. So just now we are mentioning about all the Chinese models, right? So let's go to top weekly. Yeah. So you go to top weekly, you can see the popular Chinese models, DeepSeek, Tencent. Tencent, I did not mention Tencent. So Tencent, HY3, DeepSeek, Xiaomi, yeah. Z.AI, which is your GLM, your DeepSeek V4 Pro. So all these are your popular weekly LLMs. Okay. So you can see the price from here as well. So it works on a API model. That means you pay as you use. Pay as you use. So it depends on how much you put in now. And then also depends on the model that you're using. Okay, so the pricing are all over there. So you think of it as a reseller. Of course, if you ask me if I only want to use DeepSeek, do I want to use DeepSeek from OpenRouter or use DeepSeek by going to DeepSeek direct? I will go direct because it's much more faster. And maybe it's much more cheaper as well. Maybe, I'm not very sure. Okay. But today, if you want to try out all the models, and after that, then decide on a particular model that you want to use instead, then you can do so by going to OpenRouter. Okay. So how you put your money is you go to your over here, right? On the right hand side, there's credits. And just add credits up. Yeah. Just add credits from here. Okay. Just add credits from here. So that's how you do. Yeah. But for me, I won't put a lot of money inside because I'm not, I scared later someone try to hack, right, and get my API keys. So I don't put a lot of money inside. And also when I use my card, I use Wise. Or you can either use Wise or you can use the Utrip, or use any kind of debit card that is prepaid. So that just in case someone try to do anything funny, they're trying to load your card with hundreds or thousands of dollars and steal your API keys instead, then at least you have a a cap inside. Yeah, that means you don't put so much money. Make sense or not? It makes sense, just type makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can be able to use these models for free. Who wants to know how to use Chinese models for free? Okay, if you want, type free in the comment. Type free in the comment. Okay, Vivian says free. AF Tan says free. Emilio says free. Sulin says free. Free is awesome. Yes. Yeah, Mitch says free. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to show you OpenCode. Okay, so OpenCode is an open source AI coding agent that you can use it for coding, or you can use it for anything. And you can run it simply just from our terminal itself. So I like to use terminal. You see it's black and white, but I like it simple. I like it simple, black and white. So OpenCode, right, is an open source agent that help you write code either in your terminal, your IDE. Your IDE is like, for example, your cursor, or your anti-gravity. Yeah, that is IDE. So it's like a software where you load up your AI model or your desktop. Okay, so how do you use OpenCode? Okay, OpenCode, you just need to install. So you just need to go to your terminal. Okay, so for example, this is my terminal. I'm using Mac. For Mac, we call it terminal. For Windows, I think it's called command, right? Command center. Is it called command center? Yeah.
DMD.
CMD. It's called CMD. Thank you. Thank you, Vivian. Yeah. So it's called CMD. So the easiest way is just if okay, so there's Windows as well. So if you're using Windows, you need to install WSL, which is the Windows subsystem for Linux. And then you just need to follow the instructions, and then it's very simple. Yeah. So I've already downloaded onto my over here. So it's desktop. Okay. So to run it, right, just simply just go open code. This is how I activate. Can see, right? Okay. So this is how I run open code. And then over here, you see over here, they say tab for agents. So which is your build and your plan mode. And also Control P for commands. So I can switch model. Let's see what the models I can use. So over here, as free model, or I can use it for free to do coding. If I can use it to do coding, right, that means I can use this to build landing pages as well. You see, there's so many things. Even VFlash, V4 Flash for free. Link 3.0, I'm not too sure what is Link. So if you want, you can try. Use MiMo V2.5, or you can use DeepSeek V4. Yeah, just try. Or if you have your own token plan or your own API that you want to use, you can go to connect provider, which is Control A. So Control A, and then you'll go to all these popular ones. Yeah, your OpenAI, Anthropic, Google. If you have Alibaba, your coding plan, you can use this. Or if you have your OpenRouter, you can go to OpenRouter. You'll go to OpenRouter. Yes, OpenRouter, they have it. OpenRouter is here as well as your DeepSeek. If you have your DeepSeek, you can use DeepSeek over here. Okay, so you can just go to DeepSeek, enter your API key. That's it. Right. But now there is a selection for you over here. So this OpenCode, right, already comes with free models for you to use. Okay, so let's try. Tell me what's inside this folder. So it works. It's free. Mm. Generate a landing page. Just want to test the capabilities, based on the overall content of what you see in the folder. Summarize it in the landing page. Just for example, I don't know what I'm typing, but sometimes, I might not be the best person when it comes to prompts, because I'm very casual when it comes to prompts. Because I'm more of a person who try to redirect the AI instead of using those kind of one-shot prompt. So once you download this open code, right, to your terminal or to your command center or Windows, and then you can use this. What can you use this for? For example, if you want to create slides, yeah. So by creating slides, you can use this. You want to create landing pages, you can use this. You want to create apps, you can use this as well. So apps, like in terms of web applications, yeah. So web applications, you can use this for free. Yeah. So I'm sure there's a limit to it, right? But the thing is, I have not hit the limit yet, so I'm not really sure. And during peak hours, it might be slower. But if you're just testing and you're in no hurry, right? Then you are always free to use this. So it's free. Yeah. Where to find? So for this, right, open code, the paid equivalent, right, would be Claude Code. Claude, okay? Claude has also a interface like this, Claude Code. Yeah. So this is my Claude Code. Right. It's the same, it's still black and white. It's using the terminal instead. But it takes time. Yeah, it takes time to run. But of course, when you want to do like a multitasking, right? You can open another terminal, right? Just open another terminal, and then you can run the same thing again, run the open code again. So that's how you are able to do multi-session. Okay. Control X down, view sub-agents. Let's see. Okay, no. Okay. So before I plan the page, so here are some questions. Landing page goal. Okay, clean and professional, friendly, approachable, single HTML file. Yeah. I just want to show the capabilities of a free tool. But of course, when you see the landing page, right, it might not be the best looking landing page because we didn't give any reference. There wasn't any reference feed. Yeah. But it's reading key design references from Claude. It's interesting. I mean, it's taking my Claude skills, right? And it's reading. Uh, because I actually came up with the design taste with Claude and tell it what I want, what I don't want. So that's why you see the empty slot. Yeah. So maybe this was inside this folder. That's why it's reading out the skills from this folder. Even though this is not Claude code. Okay. Yes, proceed. Yes, proceed. Do you know how to see whether a website looks like it's AI generated or not? What are some of the throwaway hints? Anyone tell me? M dash, yes. Yeah. When you see the copywriting has a lot of M dash, that means it's confirm plus chop this is AI generated. If one or two is still never mind. Yeah. Because if you happen to read a lot, right, books before the AI days, sometimes you'll notice, hey, there's M dashes inside. And that's perfectly okay because um people are already using M dash for the longest time. It's not just during the AI days, but with the AI generated content, it comes up with a lot of M dash. So you know that when you see this M dash, you know that this is confirmed is AI, your AI agent. And also, right, when they design something, usually they will use the standard form inter, inter form, INTER, inter. And also they will have purple color. They like purple color or they like purple gradient color. I'm not too sure why. So once you see that, you know that, okay, confirm this is AI generated. And the fonts are usually are very small. So you can see the font so small, right? And it's purple color, comes with a lot of end dashes, and they use a particular standard um, heading font or body text font, then you know that this is AI generated. Okay, so now it is still building. I'm not too sure how long it will take to build. Maybe it will come back later. Okay, Jaina. Right. Okay, so open code, so model as coding agents. Okay, so just I mentioned about all this. Yeah, and this is Hermes agent. Is anyone using Hermes agent? No. So Hermes agent is like your personal agent, AI agent. So all these AI agents like OpenClaw, Hermes agent, these are all what we call open source agent. That means they are not tied to any company. It's not tied to Claude. It's not from Claude. It's not from ChatGPT. You can use any kind of AI models that you want. Yeah, you want to use Chinese models, you want to use US models, up to you, all up to you. Okay. So it is not just like your chatbot, right? That you chat, and after that it forgets what you talk about. So you can chat with it, let's say for example on your Telegram, okay? Chat with it on your Telegram, and then the more you chat, then the more it has a memory of you, right? So it stores the memory, it has a memory, okay? And also it's able to help you to do things on your behalf as well, as in it can be able to use tools. So just I mentioned about the agentic, being agentic. Of course, this is agentic. Yeah, so it's a true blue agentic and autonomous application. And then you can even set scheduled tasks every day in the morning, help you to look at your calendar versus your Gmail to see if there's any clash, any meetings that you missed out in the email, in your emails, yeah, or what are the top three most important thing to do every day, yeah, based on your emails. Or besides emails, there's a lot more things that you can do with it, and it all depends on what kind of connectors you're connected to. So let's say, for example, if you're connected to your accounting software, your CRM, so it's able to integrate everything. Yeah. Okay, let's go back and look at this. All right. So the landing page is saved. Save under this. So this is what was generated for free because there's no image. Yeah. So usually AI, right? Those are AI agents. When it comes to generating, when it comes to generating websites, right? They won't have images. Yeah, because they are all using code. So you need to tell them, supply them with the images so that they can put it where you want. All right. So but right over here, I'll have put one of my photo. Let's see what I do. Okay. 4 ways I help, build, advise, ship, research and write, things I built and delivered. And all these are just based on my local folder. Yeah. Okay. Institutions I've delivered for, the person behind work, the number of AI skills that I built. Just based on that folder alone. I have other folders with other AI skills. Yeah. So do you think this is good or not? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. If this is actually good enough for a free model. And this is, I was using this for, I was using MiMo, MiMo 2.5. Yeah, MiMo 2.5. So MiMo 2.5 is your Xiaomi lah. Xiaomi. Xiaomi. Yep. I was actually using this. And this was, yeah, this is their latest model as well. This year in April, MiMo B2.5. Yeah, for free. So you guys can check it out, right? So in terms of how to install, then you can go to OpenCode, okay, and go to the look into your instructions. Because I'm not too sure if you're using Windows or you're using Mac. So if you're using Windows, there's a certain instructions that you do. If you're using Mac, there's also a certain instruction that you do. So the simplest way to try it is just via your terminal, via your command center, via command. Yeah. So that's the simplest way for you to do it. Okay, so let's look into Hermes agent. Right. So Hermes agent. So Hermes agent, they have a desktop app as well. So you can either use the desktop app or you can just link it to your cloud model. Oh, sorry, link it to the cloud, which is your Telegram. Or if you have Slack, you can link it to Slack. Or you use Discord, you can link it to Discord. So for me, I just link it to You can even link it to WhatsApp, but I don't advise using WhatsApp because for safety security issues, yeah, reasons I don't use WhatsApp to link to my Hermes agent or OpenClaw. Okay. So what you can do, right, is go to services. Is it loading? Okay. Over here, edit models. It's a bit slow because I'm loading a lot of things in my computer at once. I'm running a lot of things, that's why it's really slow now. But usually what I do is I just, okay, time out. I think it's hang. Yeah. So you can go to API keys or go to accounts. Let me see if I can open this. Let me close off some stuff at the back end. Okay. Okay. So the Hermes agent here. So you are able to choose a model, right? You can edit models. If you have a OpenRouter key, you can just put in your OpenRouter key. Yeah. And then after that, you're able to access to all these models. So Hermes agent, how you can use Hermes agent, right, is by going to hermesagent.newsresearch.com. Yeah, so this is the official website. So I mentioned earlier on, so this is an open source AI agent. Yeah, and it says that it grows with you because it is able to have this self-improvement feature where it understands whatever thing that you want, yeah, based on the conversations, and after that it will upgrade itself. So when it upgrades itself, right, so what it does, it will create new skills. Yeah, so skills are workflows, okay, based on your personal preferences, your instructions. So every time you do a new session, right? You have a new session, that means a new chat. You chat with the Hermes agent, they tell you, okay, help me to build a landing page. And then, but then when the landing page, when he built for you, right, you say, I don't like this landing page because I don't want to use green. I only want to use this color code, use my branding code, branding guide, and use this copywriting that I have. I don't like your existing copywriting. I need you to write in a different style, or you have different help products. So during this whole conversation with a Hermes agent is able to understand your preferences. And after that, you save your preferences into the model, the system. And after that, you create a new skill on its own. Yeah. So sometimes it will even upgrade your skill. Okay. Depends on your conversation. Yeah. But you don't need to call it up to say, okay, use this skill, use that skill, because you'll just do it automatically. I will touch on Hermes agent. Um, in another session because this is quite complicated. Yeah, it's not as easy as download and use. Yeah, but you can try lah. Try. Same thing for OpenClaw as well. Anyone use OpenClaw? Anyone? If you use OpenClaw, command OC. If you use OpenClaw, command OC. I'm using both OpenClaw and using Hermes agent. So both of them are like competitors. The OpenClaw came out first with this open source AI agent model. Yeah. And it became so popular that after that, OpenAI bought it. It means the ChatGPT, the company acquired OpenClaw, as in acquired the founder of OpenClaw. So the founder of OpenClaw, right, is now an employee of OpenAI. Yeah. But now with OpenAI, right, it's able to have the OpenAI infrastructure because now it has a big backing, the Akong's backing, Akong's money. So it's able to develop things very fast. Yeah. So now if you go to the website, you'll see that there's a lot of upgrades being done. But the thing about OpenClaw is not as stable as Hermes agent, I think. Yeah, because a lot of people complain whenever it comes to upgrade, right? After you upgrade, you will break. Yeah, which I experienced quite some time as well. You'll always break when you upgrade. Yeah. So I'm not too sure why does that happen. So I'm not really a big fan of upgrading every time they come up with a new launch. Yeah. Because this is open source, so it's free. Yeah. So free, right? That means you will have a lot of settings that you need to do yourself. Lah. Yeah, because what they give you is just like a car, the external of a car, or maybe the engine. They give you the engine. They give you this engine, and then you need to find the shell, and then you find your wheels, and then put in your steering wheel, your seats. Okay, you need to piece everything by yourself, which is why this is more technical. Yeah. So to compare this with Manus, so Manus is what you can compare, which is the cloud hosted. So Manus is tied to this Manus. So Manus is your cloud hosting AI agent. So this is your open source AI agent. So on Manus, there's only a few selective models that you can use, right? For Manus. So for OpenClaw, you can use anything you want, right? You can connect to any kind of channels that you want. You want to connect on WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, Discord, Google Chat, Signal, iMessage, and more. Okay. And it works with all kinds of models, AI models. Yeah. And it also has skills plugins, which is also open source. If you see anything on GitHub, right, you can also install. Yeah. But whereas on your Manners, right, is depends on whatever they have lah, on the ecosystem. Okay. So just now I shared about open code, right? So open code, right? The difference between open code and OpenClaw. Open code is like your coding agent, it's like coding software on your local PC. So it works locally. If I'm on my computer, I want to create something. So that something, right? The output, let's say for example, I create a slides. So the output will be in my local computer. And what if I want to do it on cloud instead? If I want to do it on cloud, I will use OpenClaw or I will use Hermes agent. Okay. So when I do it on cloud, that means it's stored in the cloud. And how I access OpenClaw on the cloud is through Telegram as well. I can access it through Telegram, Slack, Discord. Yeah, all these applications, all these messaging apps. Okay. Okay, so I did the demo. Okay, so the recap. So recap for the Q&A, right? So today you can try. So I'll drop this slides later. So you guys, if you're free, you can try. So today will be a short workshop. Yeah, because I just want to show you free things. Yeah, after showing you the free thing, what's the next thing you should do? Go and try it yourself, right? So if you have any ideas you always been wanting to do, right? Let's say, for example, you've always been wanting to build this web application, but you're scared that you will cost you too much money, then try OpenCode first. Okay, so you try OpenCode and then try the free models first. So there's a few free models you can use. So let me recap again. Let me just open. Okay, close all this unwanted stuff. Okay, CD desktop. Just go to the main one. OpenCode. Okay. So we can switch model. So you can try MiMo 2.5. And then after that, you can try the other things, like your DeepSeek V4 Flash for free. Or you can try this Laguna. Yeah. Laguna, or you can try. I suspect Big Pickle. Big Pickle, it could be a code name for a up and coming model. I suspect. Yeah. Let me Google. You see, Big Pickle is GLM 4.6. So it's behind the code name. But 4.6 is the old model. Okay. So you can try the latest model, which is you can try V2.5 and also try V4. Right? And if you have token plan, other token plans, let's say Minimax or whatever, then you just connect to the provider, right? Okay. So you can also generate slides or anything, up to you. Okay, so tonight you can try all this. And if let's say you want to try the API key, which I mentioned, one key for all models for OpenRouter, so you can go to openrouter.ai. If you want to try DeepSeek, if you already know that, okay, I want to do things with DeepSeek, then you just want to load like maybe $5, $10. Yeah, and then you have your excess yuan from your China trip, money in your Alipay or your WeChat Pay. You can use the Chinese yuan instead of the USD. If you use Chinese yuan, I think it's much more cheaper than your USD. Yeah. And then after that, you can go to this as well, Z.ai. So this is your GLM. And once you want to get yourself a coding plan is usually much more cheaper. Yeah, it's much more cheaper than getting the API, except for DeepSeek. They don't have a coding plan. So you can run your models by using all this coding plan. And this coding plan, the access is $19, and Xiaomi MiMo is 5.28 per month. $5. But the $5 plan is very light now, I can tell you. I've tried that. So 2 weeks, the usage is gone already. Yeah, or less than 2 weeks. So I'd rather you get the other plan instead. Okay. Or you want to use the GLM, it's $18 per month. Minimax is $20 per month. Okay, so I'll drop this into the chat later. Any questions from you so far? Has anyone been building anything? No?
So Brandon, when you
Hi.
say building something means a landing page or a website or something like that,
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
or
Or
agent,
even
or
AI agents, yes. Or even your AI agents, or even your automation, whatever.
oh, okay.
Mm.
I'll start to try.
Yeah. Feel free to try. Yeah, because it's free anyway. Yeah. Okay. I'll just be here for another 5 minutes. Okay. So Sulin say try to compile my scattered notes and text records. Yeah. So just put your text records, everything into one folder, and you ask it to help you to make sense of your text records. For you to file your text, or I don't know. I don't know about accounting. Yeah.
Then is it possible to ask AI to help me sort up my files on my desktop?
Oh, can.
Can can
Can. Can.
can
Yeah, I do that.
Oh, so we can actually ask them to help us sort it out and put it into the folder,
Yeah.
the folder.
Yes,
But
that's right.
you have to build the folder first, right?
No need.
They will build for you.
They build a folder for you, and then
They
you
will
just need to give permission.
sort and they will put it into the different folders for you if you give it instructions.
That is a very good use case. Yeah,
Oh,
to
okay.
show the agentic capabilities of the AI. Uh, okay, never mind. See, let's do this first. Okay, let's say for example, I want to sort out my documents, my documents doc folder. Okay, so I go to cd documents, my documents. Oh no, such directory. Oh, cd documents. Okay. Where I go to documents. Documents will go. Okay, never mind. Let's go. Are you able to sort out my documents folder? It's a little there. Okay, so it has a skill file organizer. So yes, it's able to do it for me. So now it's analyzing whatever that's inside. To expand, yes. To collapse. Cannot. So now you can assess. Huh? So it's able to assess.
Wow, so good. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Soling was saying that to try to compile my scattered notes and text records actually quite complicated. Capture my stock trades and profit and loss. Ask Claude to reorganize files and help me to change. He asked me to change how I name my files into 5 categories. So if you find that your Claude, right, is you're always out of the tokens, yeah, that means you keep on hitting your limit, right? Then you can use the same thing, ask OpenCode to do it for you as well, the same task. Okay, so Tony is asking, hi Brenda, how do I build AI agent that looks into my Google Calendar? Okay, number one, Google Calendar builds a dashboard of the meetings I plot for the past year and pass me, say X. Okay, so Tony, very good. So whatever they mentioned over here, you just need to copy and paste this thing and give it to the agent. Yeah. Let's say, for example, so I just paste your whatever you mentioned. And so you ask me for an access to my Google Calendar. Okay, so for Google Calendar API, right? It will tell you to do this, which is to go to enable Google API in the Google Cloud Console to get the calendar API. So this is super complicated, very complicated when it comes to doing this. It comes to Google Cloud Console. Okay, yeah. So there's an easy task to do it. There's an easy way. Do you want to know the easy way to do it or not? What easy way? Type easy in the chat. Easy, easy way. Let me show you easy way. Yeah. So Composio, you heard of Composio? So composio.dev. Okay, let me just get out of here first. I would say Composio is like a platform, a middle layer where you can connect with a lot of tools so that your AI agent, right, is able to communicate with each other. And it's especially useful if you want your AI agent to communicate with your Google Calendar, your Gmail, your Google Sheet, or to generate a Google slide for you. Then you need to connect, right? Yeah, but you don't need to use the Google console, the cloud, which is too complicated. I used it before. Yeah, super complicated. So I would rather you use this instead. This is very easy to use. Right? So essentially what you need to do, you see what like very cheap like that, right? Just need to get started for free. Okay. It's free. The tools that I teach are easy to use, and most of them are free. Right? If it's paid, I'll tell you it's paid. Okay. And just continue with Google. You can just sign in with Google. One tip, right? If you are using this for your AI agents, and usually you will give the AI agent a new Gmail account lah. Okay. But for this instance, I want the AI agent to manage my own calendar, right? I want to look at my calendar. I want to look into my past events and meetings. So this is what's possible, right? So once you're in, right, you just need to go to connect apps. And then you can see over here, you have Gmail, you have calendar. So I've actually connected my calendar. And you can see the available tools over here. So these are the operations that it can do. That means what are the tasks that it's able to do, the functions. It's able to insert the calendar, update calendar, watch your calendar list, stop channel, clear calendar, get color definition, create new calendar, create event, delete event, get event, yada yada, a lot of things, right? So that's why I think this is one of the best tools out there. Yeah, and when it comes to Gmail, right? So you can also connect to your Gmail as well. So Gmail, there's 63 tools, 63 functions that you can do, which is more than what you can do with the Cloud connector. More than what you can do with Cloud connector. Okay, a lot of things. So very easy. You just need to go to Connect My Agent. So inside Connect My Agent, right? Uh, Codex ChatGPT, but this is open. Okay, never mind. I just give this MCP. And let me go back. Connect to Composio via MCP. And then you just copy and paste this. You can even see the thought process over here. That means the thinking is on. Oh, okay. Connect your logged in API key. All right, so you need to give your API key. Yeah. So you just need to copy your API key, and then after that, you can be able to use this. Hmm. I won't paste my API key over here due to security reasons. So my demo, it's let me just get it offline first. Yeah, okay. So what Tony said, actually a bigger challenge is how I rationalize my time every day. I lead a very busy life, and as I prepare for my automated webinar and having cal.com meetings in setup plus managing my other events, I'm trying to figure out how to merge my life together. Yeah, so it's best if you can have a dashboard. So once you link your calendar, Google Calendar with the dashboard, then you are able to have a higher view. Hmm. Um, Using agents to harmonize the slew of stuff. So you can make an autonomous agent. So this autonomous agent, right, will be able to look into your events that you mentioned, like your calendar, and give you advice. But also you need to give the agent like, okay, your in terms of the ratio, right? So in terms of the meetings, so what is the percentage that you want for your professional life, and then what is the percentage that you want for your personal life? And then after that, you ask the AI agent to help you to block out for your personal life, right? So it
Ac-
help you to do your calendar management. Does that
Actually,
make sense?
actually, Brandon, the key challenge I'm having now is I need to I need to figure out how I can integrate cal.com to my Google because I need one place to see all my events, right? And then
Mm,
on my personal life, that things come up that I need to schedule around. I need to schedule things around. So if
mm,
I have to meet my tax advisor on a particular day, but
mhm.
my cal is booking people to come and have my consults, right? Then
Yeah,
it's going to
yeah,
clash, you see. So I need to have like an agent who's watching out on the calendars, and then it's
yeah.
rationalizing, okay, it's automatically switching things off for me. That means it's blocking my cal.com.
Mm,
Uh yeah, for events that are happening in my Google in my
yeah.
private
So
life,
actually,
right?
right, I just
Yeah.
did a quick search. So cal.com actually integrates with your Google Calendar. Yeah. So it integrates with your Google Calendar. So it's a two-way sync. So that means if you block from any part, right, which is either from your cal.com, you do some blocking of your calendar, or you go to Google Calendar and do some blocking, you'll
Yeah.
sync. Yeah. So you can try. So this is one way. So another way is actually also asking your AI agent to help you to manage it more effectively. Then you can ask questions, ask your AI agent, how can I manage my time more efficiently? Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll look into the past history.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I
Yes,
thought
yes,
it would
yes.
start, right? That's where I'm starting, right?
Okay, so first thing you need to do is to do this, the integration, your cal.com and your Google Calendar. That's the first thing. And then the
Yeah.
second thing is to set up your Composio,
Okay, okay, okay.
right? So once you set up a Composio, and then you can integrate, you can connect your cal.com. Composio is able to connect your, let's see, connect apps. You go to connect apps, right? You go to cal.com, right? No, does not connect. If it does not connect, then we can see cal.com API or MCP. Cal.com has a API. Have Cal, CAL. Okay, I was complicating things.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, see. So there's 175 tools. The more you
Right.
should use this.
Wow, this is cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be
yes,
fun.
and there's a lot of things you can do. Okay, create phone call for event type, create phone call event, okay, team organization. I don't even think you'll use everything.
Yeah, I don't think so. So
Hmm.
it's quite rudimentary for me. I don't think I'll be doing all this.
Yeah. So usually what I do, right, is after I connect all these apps, I connect, let's say, for example, you connect your Google Calendar and also your cal.com. After you connect these apps to Composio, right? And then another thing you need to do is to connect to your AI agent, which is your Composio to your AI agent. So you just have one single platform that access to many other things. Yeah. And then after that, then you can tell your AI agent, okay, I've connected to Cal and also Google Calendar via Composio. So what can I do? Right? You say, what can I do with all these tools connected? Then they'll tell you what are the things that you can do.
Yeah, yeah, got it. Okay, I think it'll be fun to play with it. Be fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, trying to manage this is wow, headache, man. Really a lot of stuff. Really, no kidding.
yeah.
How does
So,
everyone do it actually? Because how do you do it? Because I'm sure
so
you have the same
mm,
challenges that I'm having, right?
yeah. So tell you a story, because I'm doing a lot of things as well. Yeah, I'm not just teaching over here. I'm also teaching in other schools like other called WSQ schools, those approved training providers, skills future schools. So there was once I missed out being I had an not assessor, yeah, assessor assignment. I need to assess someone's assignment, right? And then I totally missed that because the invitation was in my email, was in my Gmail. So, Gmail being Gmail, I have a lot of junk inside. So I did not accept the calendar invitation. But the other party, right, just thought that, okay, lah, since if you never accept my calendar invite, I thought that you already auto accepted. So it came to the day I was for my assessment slot, right? Then they messaged me on Telegram and say, hey, Brandon, why you didn't turn up for your assessment? Your student is waiting for you. I say, huh? Really? Ah? Then after that, I say, there's nothing in my calendar. Yeah, but because usually I'll just look in my calendar, my Google Calendar, right, based on the events, and then I'll turn up for whatever things that I have. Yeah, I wouldn't go and just look into my Gmail and see, okay, what are the events that I have inside my Gmail. So turned out to be they sent a calendar invite, but I did not accept. But they take it that I already accepted. So after that, right, I built an AI agent to help me to look into my two things. One, which is my Gmail for new calendar invites. Two is look for any clashes or anything I have not accepted. Okay. So accept or not accept, clash or not clash. So they will tell me, right? So my AI agent will tell me whether uh got clash or no clash. Okay. Yeah. And then I did it. There's two, so every 6 hours, that means in the morning. In the morning at around 10 o'clock, and also after that around 4 o'clock. Yeah. You can put any time you want. Yeah. But I think 10 a.m. and also 4 p.m. is per day to run this task is considered quite okay lah. I mean, you want to run it at 8 a.m. also can, or you want to run it at 7 a.m. also can. All depends. Yeah. But I run it for twice a day. So I run this same scheduled task for twice a day. Okay. So that's how I do my calendar management, calendar and Gmail management.
And then your agent, which platform do you build your agent on?
I'm using Hermes Agent.
Hermes
Yeah,
agent.
but you,
Okay.
but you can use Hermes Agent. You can use Claude as well, because now Claude, right? Claude co-work is on the cloud. Yeah. Y'all know that Claude co-work, right? Okay. So Brandon being Brandon, right? I always try to cover a lot of things. So you see my topic is talking about free AI models, but now I'm still teaching other things. Okay, so where is it? Okay, over here. You can see my screen, right? Can see, right? Okay,
Yes, I
so
can see it.
co-work, right?
Yes.
So co-work. So co-work now has a cloud function. That means it's able to run your automation, right? Let's say, for example, I see my Composio should be up. Yeah, my Composio is up. Me to run a scheduled task on the cloud. Let's check my Google Calendar. Every morning, 7 a.m. for any calendar invites. Okay, second of all, check my, hey, no, check my, not check check my Gmail, check my Google Calendar.
Yeah, Brandon, before you hit the return button on this, right? Maybe my question to you now is, how do you list down all the agents that you built? How
How
do
do
you, yeah, how do you list all the agents that you built to date? So maybe you've been building so many agents, you may not remember the agents you have built. How
Yeah,
do you get Claude to show you all the agents you're building or have built before?
that's a very good question, because until now I also don't know how many agents I built.
That's my problem.
Yeah, yeah. So it's really up to you how you want to document it. Yeah, or if
Okay.
you try to find a prompt, a way to talk to your agent. Yeah, so you must show you some hints, because if you build an agent on the cloud, right? So you need to know where actually you hosted them. right? So that's one way. So another way is actually to look into my GitHub. So if let's say I'm building like a web-based agent, so web-based, then I tag with a API key so that it's able to run on itself. Yeah, or it could be like on Cowork. So for example, if on Cowork, right, if I'm running a scheduled task, I'm not going to run this. I'll just give you some example. So for example, if I'm running scheduled tasks, right, so I just go over here, yeah, to scheduled tasks. So I can see what are the kind of automations that I built on just on Cloud itself. So you can decide, it's up to you to decide whether you want to build everything locally on just one interface, which is using Claude, or you want to build web-based AI agents. It's all up to you. Yeah, I mean, you can even build on OpenCode as well. Just now I show you. If you want to play with free tools, you can use OpenCode. Yeah, or you can use OpenClaw, or you can use a Hermes agent. It's all up to you. Yeah. So one way that you can see all your scheduled tasks, that means your automation, is from here. Okay. So that's one way. So another way is because sometimes we build our AI agents using projects. So it's best for you to sort out over here. Yeah. So like I have my AI agent on social media auto posting. I'm my coaching content creation agent. And you know, sometimes we'll be chatting and then we forget to put into our project. So it's also up to you to be strict about it, to do cleaning, to do some housekeeping yourself.
Wow,
Right?
that's
So this,
a lot to housekeep, man. Too
yes,
much play.
yes.
There's too much playing around. Too much playing around.
Yeah, it's always good
Yeah.
to start somewhere lah, all right? Or
Okay.
otherwise, then you
Okay.
can tell your Claude, okay, take over my computer and help me to sort out my AI agents. I don't know if it works, but I think it will work because they take over my computer. So it's the ultimate thing already.
Okay, got it. Thanks. Thanks, Brandon. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Okay. So a clean way to do is to sort out your AI agents is through project. So for project, right, you are able to link it to you can have a folder, right? So you can also have memory. You can also have instructions over here, right? So this is a folder, my local folder. Yeah, AI class. Okay. So that's one way of a neater way of actually building your AI agents, so that you know, good night, so that you know where your AI agents are. Okay. But if you ask me how many agents have I built, I'm not really sure. Because most of the time I build a lot of demo agents. So every class, right, I'll build new things. Yeah. But you ask me if I use a lot of them, most of them, no. I just use a few. Yeah. Like just now you saw the slides, right? Which I presented. So the slides was prepared by OpenCode using the MiMo model. Yeah. Okay. So any other questions? Yep, looking forward to Hermes Agent things, Hermes Agent Day. Heard a lot of good things. Yes. If want to OCR, you want to OCR, you can use I think MiMo can have OCR, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yeah, MiMo has OCR. So try it. Just put inside Google, well, sorry, OpenCode. Yeah. So dump your files inside, your receipts, your screenshots, everything. Yeah, digitize and put the data into Excel. Yes. Let me show you guys something. Something which I built myself. So this was built an app on the desktop. So I built myself a very simple tool, which is a snip and copy tool. So this actually, it helps me to not just screenshot, it helps me to snip and copy extract the text from any images, video, or any kind of things that I see. As long as there's text, right? I can be able to extract the text out and copy it somewhere instead of doing a screenshot. Yeah, of course I can do a screenshot. For example, I can do a screenshot over here, right? And then once I do a screenshot, and then I need to go locally to the file and then to do the OCR to copy the text. So which is a lot of steps. And end up you have a lot of screenshots in your folder, right? In your computer. So what I did, right, very simple, was actually I used the same technology, which is the snipping technology. But after I snip, you see over here, the hourglass is running. So I connected it to a very cheap OCR model. Okay. So I'm able to copy and paste the text. Yeah. So I can choose markdown or plain text. Of course, the text is not clean because there's some code over here. So this just one simple tool that I built for myself. Yeah. So you can actually build all this by OpenCode as well, or Cloud Code. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, the link looks weird. Yeah. Because I just snip over here. Yeah. But let's say I want to copy a clean text, right? Let's just copy this clean text. So once I snip this part, I can be able to copy anywhere. You know? Yeah. So this is actually useful for, let's say, for example, if you are watching a YouTube video and then you see there's a lot of text, a lot of prompts. Yeah, so you want to copy and paste the prompt. You want to extract the text somewhere. And so this is what I do. So I just created this tool for me to snip any text that I select, and then I copy it somewhere else, like in my note taker or what. Okay, now it's 10 p.m. So I will drop in the slide later on. Our snip is not a cloud skill, it's something which I built myself. Yeah, it's a small application, a Mac application. If you're interested, you can, if you want, you're always free to download this. Using Windows. No choice. Okay lah. Good night, everyone. So later I'll just drop the slides, and then you can see all the links that I prepared for you for all the Chinese models. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.